Well, I'm going to remember Arizona from some of these views. There's that Graham Mountain Range and just the straight stretches of lonely highway and some beautiful rock formations, these in the distance. But as I pan around, you'll see the road heading in the other direction where I'm headed east, just a straight, and in this case relatively flat road. But that's what I'll remember of Arizona. Well, I'm in Lordsville, New Mexico, and I feel kind of guilty that I stayed in a Motel 6 last night. I had intended to stay at a KOA that was nearby, but it was $25 and this was $50. And boy, it's cold this morning. It's mid-20s. I think it's only going to warm up to middle 40s or so. So I'm not really built for the cold nights yet. But I get a package today that'll help. So did do over 70 yesterday, which was a long ride for me. Just kind of got into a zone where the road was just right, smooth. I had a slight tailwind, so I was able to make really good time. And where I was going to stop, it was only 1:30 in the afternoon, and boy, I just decided to keep going. So I was able to do that, make some good time. Got here about 5, now 6, because the time changed. I'm only 2 hours off of New York now. But we'll see, head up to Silver City today, which will be good. Let's see, the restaurant is not open yet, so I think I'm going to delay breakfast a bit. Okay. But Silver City today, and into the hills. What you see right in front of us is 10. I know the couple guys that I was riding with, they're going to take 10 down to Las Cruces and really cut out this whole mountain section. Okay, more to come.
Hey there. Just completed the ride today, Friday the 15th, and this was perhaps the toughest day so far. It was intended to be a relatively easy 45-mile from Lordsburg to Silver City, and on paper it didn't look too bad. I knew there was going to be some elevation, but I thought it would be all right. The first 20 miles were just brutal. Wind, just steady, solid wind blowing in either from maybe 1 or 2 o'clock position or right at me. I mean, coming straight at me, and 20 miles. And it took me 4.5 hours to get 20 miles. Several of those miles I walked. I couldn't keep the bike going in those gusts of wind, and even holding the bike up in the wind was hard. So it was brutal. A state trooper pulled over, asked if I was all right, offered me water. So I must have looked pretty pathetic, struggling there. But after about 20 or 25 miles, I got off or out of the valley and now into the hills, and we started going up and down a bit. And actually that was better because the wind was blocked in some ways. So I was able to, go down the hill into the wind, at least making some progress, yet having to walk up the other side of it. So that continued off and on until about mile 25 or so, where the wind shifted and it became more of a crosswind, and I was able to then stay on the bike. I knew it'd be okay if I could stay on the bike. At a mile 31 or so, and in one of these situations where you're looking out in the distance and you see the road take a dip and then go up and continue up and seem like it goes into the clouds basically, and you're just kind of going so I'm walking that portion of it, and a person pulls over in a pickup truck, and I have this kind of experience where, okay, should I take the ride? Should I take the ride? This guy offers me a ride. I turn him down. 9 miles to go. I had been through the worst of it, so I stuck it out. It took me until about 5 p.m., so that is a solid 7 hours to make up 45 miles. That's very slow. Great thing, at the end of the ride, I had some very good luck. I got to the post office, was able to get my package just as they were closing. Actually, I think they stayed open for me and got my package. So that saved me a lot of effort tomorrow morning. And then also, I saw a Dairy Queen, and that made it all worthwhile. So I had a peanut butter parfait, and all is right with the world at this point. So I just wanted to recap, really day 16, I think it was, the 15th of March, and boy, I'm going to rest well tonight. Okay, more to come soon.